So this is the pie that I'm going to try and make today. I'm going to try and emulate the winner of the Best Pie Award for their steak and cheese pie. And I've made 4 pies. I've just given one to my next door neighbour. But I'm going to try and get as close as I possibly can, and for all the right reasons. Come on, let's assemble our ingredients and get cooking. So today I'm going to try and replicate the award-winning steak and cheese pie from Euro Patisserie. Now, I had a taste of it about 3 days ago now. Absolutely 100% delicious. And what I'm going to do, I'm not say I'm going to be satisfied straight away, but I'm going to use a minimal amount of ingredients to start off with. You probably noticed me sneaking in this soy sauce here. The idea, I'm only going to put about a teaspoon of this in. The idea is to get this to influence the flavour but not dominate it. So the main flavour is going to be coming from caramelising the rump steak, our beef stock, tiny bit of soy sauce, some gravy mix, and of course some Edam cheese as a layer on top of the steak. Right, I'm going to cut up this meat and we'll get it into a saucepan and caramelise it. Right, I've got a little bit of rice bran oil in the bottom of the pan here, and I've cut up my beef rump steak. And we're just going to get this browned and caramelised. I'll come back when it's making a lot more noise. Now, inside this jug I've got 2 OXO beef salt reduced stock cubes, and I'm going to add 300 ml of hot water to this. Right, there we go, that's all nicely stirred in. I'm now going to add this to my caramelised steak. As you can see, I've turned the heat up here. We're going to add our stock. Once it's bubbling, I'll turn the heat right down, and it can just simmer there for around about an hour and a quarter. We'll come back then. Right, it's time to put in our seasonings. So I've got a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. We're going to add a teaspoon of soy sauce. We'll just stir that through. Then I'll get a spoon and we can add some gravy mix. 1.5. Just stir that through. We wait till that thickens. And once it has, I'll come back and I will take it off the heat. Right, let's have a taste. Gravy is beautiful. Oh wow, that is perfect. But we just need to reduce this because that gravy is a bit too much of it. There we are, nice and thick, beautiful gravy. We'll let that cool. Sorry, the light's so bad. Right, it's time to make our pies. So, if you're a subscriber to the channel, you've probably seen me do this a million times. So you want about 1/2 centimetre more than the width of the pie dish. Yep. Right, now let's get the excess pieces of pastry. Just put them to one side. Now, what we want to do is line these pie dishes with the pastry. So we want to just put a bit of flour on the underside so that they don't stick. And then we're just going to let the pastry find itself, and then we'll stretch it up over the rim like this. There you go, done. I'll come back once we're ready to do the lids. Here's our piece of leftover pastry from cutting out the pastry base. I'm just going to roll that out for our lid. There we are. Only just. Let's a little bit more. Right. Now let's bring back one of these and fill it with this gorgeous filling. Look how shiny that gravy is. Now this is very rich, so go easy. We want this cheese to be full-bodied and melt. Now, one of them I'm going to add some Parmesan to as well, to see what difference that makes. I know that'll excite some of you, so that's why I'm adding it. Let's put this top on. Then trim it. And then this can be added to our other piece. Now, get a fork and crimping. This will seal around the edges of the pie. And let's put some vent holes in here. I'll come back at the end and I'm going to put an egg wash over all of them at the same time, just prior to putting them in the oven. Okay, now we're back. We've filled all the pies and we've put toppings on them. This one here that's got the letter P on the top of it has got Parmesan cheese as well as Edam cheese on the top of it. And my neighbour, next door neighbour, he's got that one there with the 4 holes in it. I'll get these into the oven and then they should take between 25 minutes and 30 minutes. Normally in my oven my pies take exactly 28 minutes, so I'm going to have a look at 28 minutes because I'm thinking they'll be right by then. Okay, I will see you back then. Okay, and here they are out of the oven. I'm going to have a taste of this one. Now this is the one that I put a mixture of Parmesan and Edam cheese on the top of. These other two here, these are just plain Edam. But you notice that this one did tend to explode, probably because there was too much filling. Right, let's have a look at what it looks like inside. And as you can see, the cheese is just starting to ooze out of there. Let's have a see what this tastes like. I'm going to go and have a cheesy bit first. Wow. I don't know how to say this, but I think with the Parmesan, extra Parmesan, that is better. Pastry's certainly good. Wow. Well, I think if you were making this at home, if you were to use the recipe exactly as I've got it, but just put Parmesan, extra Parmesan in, you would get as good a, if not better, pie. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you on my next recipe. Thank you. Bye bye.